Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Hi there, I'm Will. And tonight, I'm just a player, but before I hand over things to Matt, and we get in a few announcements about our programming schedule. All of our stuff is back this week. Yes, that's right. We have all three of our shows up and running. We have on tonight, of course, the Strength of Thousands AP. On Wednesday, we have the League of Amazing Adventurers. Join us as we join our next arc. And I'll say this, there's a creature type theme for the next one, and it's aberrations, and it's going to be a good time. And then, of course, on Friday, we have the Calling Chronicle, our D&D 5e adventure. They're in the midst of a tournament arc right now. If you enjoy things like tournament arcs in anime and Fate, I would come and watch that. It's a good show.
Matt's also guest starring.
Yes, Matt is filling in for Munasia, who is off doing a play. More on that once we have knowledge on what the Hizuk is going on with that. But if they have a virtual performance, I'm definitely going to go watch it because it sounds like an interesting play.
Support the arts.
Yes, support the arts in this time period.
Yes.
Does everyone have their punch cards? Support the arts in these unprecedented times.
I mean, do we get a Sunday when we punch out 12?
Free sandwich, but yes.
I love a Sunday.
Alright, but those are all of our big programming announcements. We have some new upcoming stuff on the channel. That includes a Pathfinder Society show that we're in the midst of getting ready for y'all. It's going to be a good time. And then maybe some other shows and some other programming. There might be some Monster of the Week. There might be some more Powered by the Apocalypse system stuff coming out on the channel.
There's some cool stuff that they do.
There is. So, some Monster of the Week, some Magical Girl fun times. Who knows? It could be a good time. So keep an eye on our socials for that. Tabletop rolls everywhere on the internet. All but you, Echo. That's probably my fault. There we go. And yeah, that's all of our big program announcements. We are down to PJ tonight.
Life happens, so we're going to press on this evening. And to be honest with you, we probably do need a little bit of a break from constantly being on the brink of death anyway. So Matt, why don't you introduce the cast, and then we'll roll the intro, do a recap, and get right into the game. Good evening, everyone. I am Matthew Urbanov on various points on the internet. I am the DM for the show on Mondays here, where we are doing, the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path for Pathfinder 2.0. We are getting very, very close to the end of Book 1, Kindled Magic. And I can say, unless I'm lying, you guys have actually finished all the bug-related encounters, unless I'm lying. What's wrong
I'm so
with
tired of
bugs?
these fucking bugs.
Yes, now it's worse things. No.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Now
I'll
it's
take it.
2 bugs in a trench coat.
As long as it's not 2 Kirby's in a trench coat, we'll be fine.
Speaking of individuals that may or may not be bugs hiding inside things, Will, who are you playing tonight?
Yes, tonight I am playing Igura and Gamma. We are not several bugs in a frog skin suit, I promise you.
No.
I love my segues.
Although, I'm just saying, there's some interesting books coming out for PF2, and if we get a Worm That Walks archetype, it'll be really tempted to jump in and grab that, because those things are usually really fun.
Well, speaking of new and shiny things and sleeves, McKenna, who are you playing tonight?
I do have shiny sleeves. Thank you for noticing. I am playing Avi, the Nyctera witch, and her familiar Agate.
And speaking of cute things, So, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose, and I am playing Ophelia. She is our bard. Woo-hoo.
Delightful. And that, I believe, is all the character introductions. Will, feel free to roll that intro now if you want.
I will roll it
With your
right.
fancy new...
And we're back.
And we are back. When last we left our intrepid group of adventurers / students, they had ventured deeper and deeper into the mysterious tunnels that had been discovered under the magical school, the Magambia, in an effort to finally put an end to the kind of seemingly random giant bug attacks that had been plaguing the campus for about a month now, since they had started, or a few months actually, since they had started at the school. Yes, Will?
Some might say the giant bug attacks were quite the pestilence on us.
You could have just said they were, a real pest, but moving on. You completely destroyed my train of thought.
See, now you know how it feels whenever Coop talks in the intros.
That's, yeah.
But things, despite some close calls, things have been going all right for our adventurers / students. They've managed to overcome several swarms, literal swarms of giant bugs and parties of aggressive gremlins and some rather nasty traps. They've come close to death quite a few times, but they have managed to endure. They were saved by a rather large rooster of the obsidian coloring. I don't know how to phrase it without making it. Oh Lord. Anyway.
What was that?
One more level and we can start bringing it into actual battles like a frontline fighter.
But you guys also, very importantly, made friends with a what appears to be a very downtrodden and abused little gremlin named Benji, who has served as sort of a guide here and has pointed out all the secret passageways, and most recently has brought you guys to what they seem to be indicating is the door that leads, however far away, to the lair of the person behind all this violence and bug-related shenanigans. And very specifically, you had found the rather grim spectacle of several masks from what appeared to be possibly killed or missing Magambia students kind of hanging on the wall. Yeah, I'll just read the description again. 3 masks and 3 cloaks are fixed to the south wall of this claustrophobic cave, as though in mockery of people, with arms extended to the sides. All look colorful, but dirty and blood-stained. One of the masks depicts a stern antelope, another a kindly hare, and the last a smiling warthog. You guys did discover that one of them, the kindly hare, was actually a mask of mercy, which includes an enchantment that, with a little work, could be transferred to something else. Might take a little while, but... And you also did note one thing that was kind of odd. That on the lower half of the cloaks, and only very specifically on the lower half of the cloaks, there was like dust and dirt just kind of like really laid on there thick, sticking to it. And we zoom back in.
Okay.
I'm going to die if we fight again today.
Yeah, I know. As much as I want to stay here and keep looking around, I think Igora might collapse if we don't maybe go back upstairs and, I don't know, take a nap or something.
Benji is more than happy to lead you guys away from this door. She looks very uncomfortable being near it.
And maybe we should also tell people that there were students that came down here and didn't make it out.
Well, just from looking at these, though, it does appear that they've been down here for a while. So you don't think these are necessarily from students who have come down here as part of the recent search. These may have been people who like disappeared from the campus who were in fact actually brought down here.
Yeah, we'll just Igor just quickly grab all the masks.
Yeah.
We should take them to Teacher Ott.
Yeah, let's take the coats too. I mean, it'll be warning people that we're down here, but they kind of already know that we're poking around, so I guess I
mean,
think
as
that's
it occurs
fine.
to me yesterday, when we kind of let out the big boom of sound, everything within about, I don't know, I'd say 500 feet heard us, so...
Yeah.
Heard us.
But they don't know that we've seen this yet, and they don't know that Herbal and the giant fly are dead yet. So, but it doesn't matter because we have to go. You need to rest.
Let's take the shortest way out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm completely tapped out of magic.
Yeah, and I'm getting close to it myself. Granted, I can get along with cantrips, but...
So you guys want to head out?
Yeah.
Which direction do you want to go? Do you want to go north? Do you want to go along the path that you already went?
Well, let's see.
I mean, up north should just be, like, safe.
We don't quite know what's up through this passageway here. So maybe it's best if we just backtrack this way.
Okay. Do you guys want to head to C13, for instance? I think you can see that.
We can't see the numbers.
Okay. So you want to go to the west?
Yeah, basically, if we can retrace our steps from the top to the bottom, that would be ideal.
And didn't we go through the secret passage?
There were a number of secret passages. Yes, there was the one that sort of led up because you guys did go to the little meeting room. You found some stuff in there.
Yeah, let's go up back through that way.
Yeah, that's where you guys through that storage room is where you found the smaller bag of holding and the Bloodseeker beak. So yeah, you guys, by retracing your steps, you managed to avoid any sort of challenges or hazards that may still be left down here. Not that there are any, I'm just saying.
Well, we don't know that.
Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And you guys reemerge into the sunlight. Benji kind of holds the bucket a little over their head. They're still not quite used to the glare of the sun. Though it is starting to dip a little ways towards the horizon. You guys are getting into sort of late afternoon, early evening now. Probably could catch a meal if you wanted to eat something before you head back to the dorm and rest up for the night.
Well, maybe we should find Teacher Ott first and then get a meal. And then go to bed.
Yeah, if you'd like, you can go find Teacher Ott first.
Yeah.
You do find him in what appears to be a sort of makeshift office. It's not in his office. It appears to be in a previously unused office that has been kind of set aside as sort of a command and control for the various efforts. And he does seem quite, well, not exactly busy because there's not like people, talking to him a lot, but there's a lot of paperwork on his desk and he seems to be doing a lot of coordination. So he looks up when you guys enter and he He gives you a tired smile. It seems like he's got a little bit of bags under his eyes. He may have been working through the night. Hello. It's good to see you. Although you seem a bit worse for wear. And he kind of pushes one stack of papers aside to reveal a lovely teapot with a few teacups. He's like, "Yeah, sit, take a rest your weary feet for a bit." And he waves his hand, and his teapot rattles a little bit, and suddenly steam starts to come out of it. Um, and he pours it into, and it's lovely little cups. You do notice that they are handmade earthenware, and they've got like little, almost like kind of fairy tale illustrations as you turn the cups. They almost tell like a little part of a story or something.
You have such wonderful things.
These are lovely.
They were a gift from a student many years ago. Uh, Wonderful storyteller. They they were very interesting because they felt that storytelling should not simply be confined to the spoken or written word. They tried to tell their stories through images, through dance. They were a very interesting student. I think of them to this day. But enough about the past. Here, tell me, how are things going with your investigations?
Well, it's been better. We have really just been getting our butts just kicked right up and down. Um, but that's not why we're here. We made kind of an unfortunate discovery. Um, and thought maybe that these masks and robes should be returned to the families of the students. She kind of puts the robes.
Higura just
on
produces
table.
the masks.
And you guys see the a kind of a weight seems to sort of like settle onto his shoulders, and he kind of looks at these masks one at a time, and he lets out kind of a sigh, like, "I'm afraid I don't know these specific masks, which in a way implies to me that these may be somewhat older. I'm more familiar with more recent masking ceremonies, but we have records. I will consult with some of the staff, and we can track down perhaps family members. There might be students, unfortunately, do go missing sometimes. Sometimes they leave. Sometimes the studies are too much for them. Sometimes there are disagreements. But um, I thank you very much for bringing these to me.
Do you think you could maybe shed a little light on what this is? And she kind of points at the way the dirt is caked onto like half of the robes and not the other half.
He kind of looks at it a little bit. But actually, I should look something up real quick. He does kind of pass his hand through the air a little bit, and you do see like bing, 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 some little magical symbols kind of appear one after another. They're in the air, and he kind of strokes his chin thoughtfully. I cannot say for certain what caused this, but just through a cursory examination, I would say that there's some elemental magic involved, perhaps. Obviously, probably something more to do with the earth than, say, water or fire. But the specific spell, I cannot tell. It's not recent, for one thing, so a lot of indicators have already faded.
Interesting. Well, thank you for your advice, and sorry to put more work on your table.
That is quite literally what I am here for. We have tasked you already with a difficult task, and he kind of picks up one of the masks and kind of looks at it. These are weights that are not really yours to bear yet, so.
Well, hopefully you'll be bared with shortly. I don't think we have all that much left to finish clearing out in the section we were assigned, so...
Well, that is good to hear. Success is a little mixed with some of the other groups, but progress is progressing, I suppose you could say. He kind of like shakes his head at his own poor wordplay. You'll have to forgive me. I have perhaps been working a little too hard.
You are forgiven.
I understand that feeling. I've had a foot in the boneyard all week.
Are you heading to the mess hall anytime soon?
Immediately, yes.
If you could do me a small favor, have them send over some dinner for me. I really should finish something. I probably shouldn't leave here before I finish it, so
Will
We
do.
got you.
much appreciated.
Alright, well, don't work too hard, okay?
I cannot promise that.
Thought I would try.
Spirits watch over you.
And you.
All right, and you guys leave, and yeah, the rest of the afternoon, the evening, I suppose, is yours.
Mess hall, get this bread.
Oh, one thing I did also forget to mention in the recap, you guys did get a sort of description too of the dastardly villain behind all this.
Yes.
Yeah.
7-foot frame, rats along his back. He calls your name and all fades to black.
We don't talk about. Ooh, hot chocolate down the wrong tube.
Oof.
Excuse me. It's not that hot anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, you guys can go to the mess hall. You can get some food. You do see a couple noticeable groups that also seem equally as haggard. A couple people have what appear to be kind of quickly done bandages and the like. No one seems to be seriously injured, but a few people have had a seemingly rough time of it, I suppose you could say. They all seem to be just in quiet conversation.
All right. Well,
Oh, looking for Lamusi Yao. I believe is her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is working her way through the crowds of students, making sure everyone's getting what they need.
Well, when she comes to us, they do make a point to put in an order for Teacher Ott.
And what will you all be having this evening? It looks like you could use some energy or something to, bring some warmth into your hearts.
Fruit, maybe, and maybe some, like, crunchy worms for me?
We have just the thing. And in regards to the fruit, I have a special treat I think you should all try this evening. I'm trying a new technique where we have a grill out back and we are lightly cooking cut up peaches. So it caramelizes some of the sugar. And then we have some frozen milk and cream that then you combine it all. It is both it is stimulating in terms of the sweetness and the sugar, and is also very mellow with the chilled cream. I think it's delightful.
Yes, please. That, please.
I want to go help.
Oh, it's already. We've been working on this for a little while now. I'll bring you each a bowl, and I'll bring you a separate bowl for your crunchy bugs.
Thank you.
So yeah, basically you guys are getting some barbecued peaches with ice cream.
It's so good.
That's 33 minutes, and we're talking about food. But it's...
It's some of my favorite world building.
if we're going to have cream, I'll jump over and I'll grab some berries for us too. We'll get some berries and cream.
Very sweet.
I wish I could throw something at you, Will.
Tomato.
But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to be terrible company this evening. I'm just going to go lay down and hopefully Choco doesn't eat me while I'm asleep.
Oh. I'm sure he's... I feel like he probably wouldn't eat you after going to such lengths to save all of our skins.
Oh, I know. It was purely a humorous thing, Avi.
Oh, I did not understand that.
I gathered. That's why I explained the joke, making it slightly less funny. Although this interaction's probably pretty humorous for everyone else. Looks over at Ophelia.
Igura, you make jokes?
I mean, I tried to, but a lot of them are soaked in blood. Anyway, have a good night, y'all.
That was a joke. I made a joke.
So
You're funny. Good night.
how do you soak a joke in anything? I don't understand that at all. I'm just gonna eat my food.
Yeah.
Benji is just looking back and forth, kind of confused by this whole thing. Wordplay is not really his forte.
It's really rough to understand this type of thing.
God damn it.
We need like a pun counter. Ding. Once it hits a certain amount.
No, the
Gifted
tabletop
sub.
rules drinking game. Every time Will makes a pun, you take a shot.
That turns the stream into a suicide pact.
Yes.
Just die.
Is there anyone in the dining hall
Perish.
that we might know, or is it just?
Not really. You don't see any of your kind of dorm mates around. You don't even really see any of the staff that you know very well. Yeah, I mean, you could try making friends with some new people if you wanted at this late hour of the day.
I don't have the charisma for that.
I hate making friends.
Oh.
You what?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, see, I like making friends, but I don't think I'm very good at it. I think it's one of those hobbies that maybe I enjoy despite being kind of having a hard time with it.
You kind of have a leg up on everybody because you're just so cute and wonderful. So if somebody doesn't immediately want to be your friend, then that's not somebody that I even want to be around at all.
Agate nuzzles you a little bit and purrs.
Sweet. That's so sweet. I just assumed I was too small to be intimidating to people, and maybe that's why they gave me the benefit of the doubt, but your explanation is so much nicer.
I'm just being honest.
You're so cute. And Avi gives your arm like a hug because it's kind of all she can reach around.
Benji kind of leans over to Igra. I think they are a little tired. They're a little lightheaded, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Like at the end of a long evening, I love you guys.
I love you guys so much. You're like my best friend.
I
It
really
appears we
wouldn't
are having a
mind
come to
going to
Desna
bed.
moment.
All right. We should probably go to bed, or at least make sure everyone's okay back at the dorms.
Yeah, I'm going to go do my lap around the campus and then pass out.
Okay, be careful, Igura.
Check the rooms for bugs.
You find no bugs, though on the way out you do meet, doing the rounds in the hallways, Anchor Root, who seems very motivated right now. She, very mercifully, was not assigned to any of the exploration missions for reasons I'm sure you can understand, but she has taken to her rounds then with renewed dedication because she wants to do her part. So she's got her little chicken familiar, and they're like patrolling the halls, and she's got like a bug catcher net and a big jar, and she's got a few bugs in it already.
Yes.
And her little chicken is even looking more resolute, and they're patrolling
Even
the halls
Anchor
looking
Root.
for bugs.
Even
Even
Anchor
Anchor
Root's
Root's doing
helping
their
with
part.
the war against the bugs in the Magambia.
Do your part. Buy Magambia
They
bonds.
need you.
No bugs.
Magambi bonds.
God.
I thank her for her service. And I'm on
She
my
gives you a
way.
little salute.
Salute her back.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Now I can't get the image of like Anchor Root themed World War II propaganda.
I tuck in my little spell scripts and go to bed.
And you do find that Benji was already in your room, snoozing in a corner.
Oh, sweet.
She didn't come with you guys to the mess hall, or to Teacher Otts. Really, she scampered back to your rooms.
We should actually probably tell Teacher Odd about her if she's gonna be
Yeah,
staying with us. I would prefer her to stay with us because I just want to make sure that she's getting along okay and not being picked on.
I wonder if we could enroll her here.
Huh.
She could. I mean, she's got a lot of learning to do. But
You too. Yeah.
I mean, she's probably gonna have to learn how to read first. But
It occurs to you as well. You don't actually know how old she is. Let's enroll this 5-year-old in college.
She's baby.
maybe they have junior programs at the Magambia. I don't know.
Yeah, she's old enough to hold a dagger. She's old enough to be an adventurer.
Yeah, they take a month to learn one cantrip.
Oh.
They are baby. They are baby.
Benji's adventuring team.
Oh God.
So I actually. Let's see.
Wait, are you equating Benji with Bennett?
Yes.
Oh God, that's sad.
Poor thing.
If at some point we wanted to help her learn some things, I could technically bring a friend of the same species that could help her. I don't know if that's something.
Yeah, like summon Fae that maybe know spells that she could learn more quickly.
Yeah, that's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking.
Cause there might be some spells that she knows inherently.
Mm-hmm.
She has level in servant. She's an NPC, so. But
We're gonna get our classes in Wizard, man. We're gonna do it.
I will read ahead to the next book, and if they haven't written anything for her, she's all mine.
We've done
Fireball.
it. We've done it.
Fireball baby.
Little baby. Oh boy. All right. Well then, if that's all, then I go to bed.
And all right, so Igor, you're doing your lap of the campus, right?
Yeah, just my usual swim around the lake, well, the river that encircles the campus.
Okay.
'Cause it gotta work out.
As you're swimming, are you sticking close to the shore, or are you going right in the middle of the
So like after
the
today,
moat, I suppose, around?
So normally Igor goes in the middle where like the current's the strongest to provide the best workout. Mostly doing like butterfly, swapping between different strokes, but a lot of butterfly. But today, just because of today, like this is very much a workout of obligation to continue the routine. Like he's not into it, so he's very much closer to the shore.
Okay. So are you now? This is a bizarre question, but are you doing like front stroke, backstroke,
butterfly? Only Igoro only swims freestyle.
Okay, I'm picturing that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Picturing like froggy.
So you're going for about a good half-hour swim. You're getting a little winded. You're like, all right, we're getting probably to the close to the end of this. Probably time to turn in. And you're just sort of thinking about turning towards the actual shore to pull yourself out, where a hand grabs your leg.
No.
And I'm going to need you to give me an athletics check to resist being pulled under the water.
All right, chat. Today, can we guess what my athletics modifier is? Let's play a game. I'm going to give you about 5 to 7 seconds, chat, to put your guesses in. What is Igara's athletics modifier? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my friends, I'm sorry, but you are all correct and you all went over. It is, in fact, -1.
Oh no.
But actually, that is a good enough roll. You managed to avoid going down too much, not to mention the fact that because you're Gripply, you're kind of used to being in the water and everything. Um, but the hand also doesn't seem to hold on for very long. It was like a quick kind of jerking under the water, but when it seemed like you were actually resisting, it just let go.
Hate that.
Ah, I mean, good to know for the future, but
All right, what do you do after this, though, Will? You've just been someone has attempted to pull you under the water. You pulled out of their grasp, and you're now just kind of I don't know treading water or something.
Igaru at that point kind of just get out of the water.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, it is a little late into the evening, and you're trying to look through water. You don't quite catch a glimpse of what was under the water that tried to pull you there.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, it'll probably if it tried to kill me once, it'll probably try to kill me again. Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually.
Okay.
And do you just head back to the dorm?
Yeah, Igor just starts walking back. Just like completely nonchalant, like, yeah, you know what? If it tried to kill me once, it'll probably try to kill me again. We'll get another shot at it. I mean, kill me once, shame on you. Kill me twice, shame on me.
Kill me 3 times. Well, that's just impressive.
Yes. And expensive for somebody who keeps resurrecting me. Anyway.
All right, so yeah, you return to the dorm. You catch a glimpse of Ankaroot's patrol ending. Her watch has ended. She waves you a good night. Her chicken gives you a little nod. I believe the chickens, we named it Feathers.
Yep.
No, the other thing was Feathers. No, was this thing Feathers? Yes, chicken was Feathers.
It's Captain Feathers now.
Oh.
Alright, well, have a good night, Ankaroot.
Hi.
Sleep tight. Thanks for all your help. You're awesome.
Yeah, so do you just go right to bed then?
Yeah, so Igor probably does just a once-over of the dorms. Quick knock on Shazare's door.
Kind of peeks out, and you various smells come out of Shazare's room. Some spices, but also something that, if this wasn't Pathfinder, you might be able to recognize as like almost like turpentine or something. And there's the sound of bubbling and sizzling. Oh, hello, my friend. Is something I can help you with?
I got you. I think I got you a little something. Yeah. Question.
Yes.
Anything... How do you feel about fermenting juices?
I mean, I have various thoughts about fermenting juices. Do you have a specific one in mind?
I don't know. We kind of picked up a pet down there.
It's not a bug, is it?
No, it's a gremlin.
Okay, we've had enough bugs recently. I'm sure you feel
Yeah,
the same way.
and I kind of want to like give her like a little surprise as like a welcome, but
So you want to give her fermented juice?
yeah, like a little like I don't know, like avi sized wine thing.
She's a baby.
I should clarify. How old is this pet you found? And is it... Also, I should mention, is this a sentient creature? Because
Yeah,
I don't have a...
It's a gremlin. It's a fae. Gami eats them all the time.
There's a bit to unpack there, but I'm going to sail past it. I could give you some not particularly strong stuff if you really want to do this.
Just something like fruit juicy that's just like been just.
Would you like perhaps just some fruit juice? I have some of that, plenty of that lying around.
Sure.
Okay. A moment.
Yeah,
Closes the door again. You hear the some rattle of bottles, the clinking of a few glasses. Opens the door again, and he hands you like juice box size something, a little like bottle of something. Looks
Perfect.
nice color.
Thank
This
you.
is some nice mango juice. I think they will find it most pleasant.
Good. And this is the first part of the welcome to the party gift. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Try not to
Gives
explode.
you kind of a look. It hasn't happened yet. Something starts kind of rattling in the background. Hold that thought.
Yeah. And Igor will just kind of like head back to their dorm room, open up the door, see the bed. Just like, huh. I could make it there, and then just floor sleep.
All right, yeah. You all get a good night's rest. Your hit points are restored. Your spells are restored. You can, if anyone's a spontaneous caster, you can switch out some spells if you want. Igora, you awaken in the morning, though. You find there's some sort of strange weight or heaviness to your body. And you realize your rooster's just sitting on your back.
You know, eventually.
Like, it's hard to breathe.
Yeah, this is fine. Hey, bud, can you hop off?
He gives you a little peck in the back of the head once, and then just kind of hops off.
Yeah, I deserve that. Oh, by the way, you're getting pretty big. It seems like you can probably handle yourself in a fight better than me. Might bring you down to the front line soon. Hope you're okay with that.
No real response. He just kind of turns up his rooster chin and just kind of settles down in a corner and kind of seemingly nods off.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to be able to ride you.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
No, it's just eventually I'm going to literally the
Mounted?
The animal companion that this thing is going to become has the mount trait.
So
I'm going to have the mount, and I'm going to basically be a frog riding a chicken with a bigger frog fighting their battles for them.
Sure.
oh Lord, chat. Oh Lord. Anyway, you all Ryo's feeling much better. Sore muscles and battered bodies healed through apparently the magical healing properties of a long rest. Which is always funny in D&D and Pathfinder. Grievous bodily harm, as long as it's not like a disease or a curse, can be healed by 8 hours of sleep. If only real life were so, I mean, it's important to get sleep, everyone. Do as I say, not as I do.
You probably get more sleep than I do, Matt.
I really probably don't, Will. I have a terrible sleeping schedule. Anyway, yeah, so what are your plans for the day? Maybe get a movie or catch a movie or something?
I mean...
We gotta go back downstairs.
I want to go back downstairs.
I don't want to go back downstairs, but we're so close. We could maybe just be done, and then afterwards we can just nap.
Yeah.
Also, Ophelia, this is for you. She hands Ophelia the root magic sachet for today. If we run into a spell or a haunt, you get a +2 to your save against it for the first save that you have to do.
Oh, Benji, here you go, and then Igor will hand the bottle, the bottle of juice.
What's that?
Master has presented Dobby with juice.
It's a gift from Shazare and me.
What's in it?
I don't know who that is.
It's just juice.
Cesare is a nice person. He's a friend.
It's
And
literally
hopefully
just
they're-
juice, Ophelia.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of starts chugging it down.
See? Just juice. I hope. Anyway.
All right, let's.
This is the point where you determine if Shazari labels his things properly.
Roll something.
I think I will.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah, it's
no.
fine.
Okay. What would you have had to have rolled for it to not be fine?
You will just have to wonder about that. So yeah, you guys, you have the day before you. Your task maybe close to finishing.
Making our way underground.
Are we going back down there?
I mean, you do have a standing assignment.
Yeah.
Think of your GPA.
You're right. I do care about my GPA. Okay.
I don't know, I
Alright,
guess.
let's just head back down to where we were yesterday.
All right.
All
can
right,
do
so
that.
yeah, you guys descend once more into the darkness. A lot more quiet than it used to be. There's no far off buzzing or humming. There's no scritching on the ground of little gremlin feet. It's just strangely quiet in the halls. You do hear the occasional drip of waters off stalagmites and weird kind of bloop, bloop sounds off in the distance, but those could be entirely natural.
Is this another secret door? It's got one of those flat edges.
Are you specifically meaning the square directly next to you?
Where I'm pinging.
No. Though, Benji tells you actually just a little bit to the north there is another secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Can we
Secret tunnel.
maybe listen to see what's on the other side?
Under the Gambia, secret tunnel.
She says that is actually another one of the small little kind of dormitories. This is specifically one kept near the boss's room, so he has someone to, within earshot they can yell at and go off and run and do his stuff. So there are potentially more gremlins in there.
Oh. Should we clear them out?
Yeah, let's sweep and clear it.
Maybe we can shake some bells at them.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, let's try intimidating them first.
Y'all ready to go?
I have my bells at the ready. I'm ready to shake them.
Yeah. Doesn't break the door. Gamma breaches the door.
We made sure to close the other door, by the way,
Yeah.
with the silver bell on it, to the library.
Does Gamma see anything when they enter?
Does Gamma have low light vision or dark vision?
Gamma, that's a very good question. Oh, well, excuse me whilst I pull out my Secrets of Magic book and quickly take a look at that specific thing.
They'd probably have light cantrips going on. Being down here, but
Low light vision, yeah.
So it's a little far in terms of it's actually you think it's probably more than like almost 30 feet actually. So it's a little hard to see.
All right, well, let's go in there, Gamma. Okay.
Are you attempting to be stealthy when you do this?
No.
Okay.
Duple. I'm assuming we're going to do like some sort of marching order.
yeah, I can go in next.
Yeah, before anyone moves any farther down, please establish the marching order.
Maybe put Benji in the way back because PJ's not here and it would be really sad if Benji bit the dust.
No, I have Benji's character sheet open. So here, we'll do our regular marching order, maybe? Because I can keep Benji safe.
We can do that.
Oh yeah, can you put me in there?
Boop. Boop.
Oh my, that is quite the tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
It is quite the tunnel. Alrighty.
Yeah, it appears from what you can see now, it appears to be another room with some filthy cots haphazardly put all over the floor. No crates, no barrels or anything, so it doesn't look like there's much in terms of loot necessarily in here.
It appears that there is no one here.
Appears so.
Yeah, so we'll
Discern
just,
secrets perception check.
Actually, as Gamma comes to the edge there, from around the corner. Oh, and I have to go right back to the right
it's one
level.
of the ones that we didn't kill.
Technically, I don't think you guys have actually run into any of these down here because these rooms
No.
actually have randomly generated gremlins.
Oh,
Yes,
this
but
is the
these
one from the
are-
library.
That's one of
Yes.
that's the same species of gremlin that escaped.
Yes. It is a script. Though you do notice this one appears to be wearing a filthy little ragged little vest. Almost like he's trying to make himself seem important because he's like a secretary or something.
Damn, script.
All right.
Yeah, so we are gonna roll initiative.
All right, yeah. Fey maid wannabe. Oh, I have to click on Benji's token. There's Benji. I have to click on my token. Boop.
I think that's everyone. So I will do the descending order. Boop.
Nice.
So Ophelia, you hear just a yeah from a little ways down the tunnel. It's a little hard to see with all the bodies between you and the entrance to the room. There's a conga line of your friends.
Yeah,
But you hear an angry little yeah.
Well, as soon as I hear the little yeah, I kind of like do a little like a little squeak, and then I start into Bard song. Got that going, and then we are going to Forbidding Ward, who's in front, Gamma,
Yeah.
and we are going to. Just chill from there. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right.
All right. So that brings us then to Igora.
All right. Well, first things first. Gamma's going to give this thing a bump with its belly. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that is a solid hit.
For a 31 for 14 damage with Bard Song.
Oof.
Oh, and I have to add a D8 because it's a deadly D8.
Nice.
So 14, 15 damage.
Two.
A solid hit, sir.
Boom. This is how it feels. And then Gamma will give them a swift kick. 17?
18.
18?
And you kick the poor thing across the room where it hits the opposite wall and crumples into a heap dead.
Now that is what I call
It had a total of
battle toad.
18 hit points.
That is what I call a battle toad. Yeah.
I think that's been the
Nice
quickest
call.
combat we've ever had.
Killer.
God.
Even more so than the time Ophelia blew up that room with the sound burst.
Gamma, you're so badass.
Yeah, I tried to be. I'm very good at it, unlike Igora. It's like, thanks, Gamma.
He says while not wearing any pants.
Yeah, the mental image for me is like Gamma just like belly chest bumping this thing and then like using the momentum to turn themselves around and just roundhouse kick it into the wall.
Great. Well, do we hear anything else?
No. Everything seems quiet for the moment.
Okay, well, Gamma will walk into the room.
I rolled really low for the number of gremlins for this room, so
I really appreciate it, Matt.
Can I like search the beds and things just in case?
sure. Give me a perception check.
Let's
That's a natural 20.
Yep. Because you rolled a nat 20, despite the fact that there's actually nothing in these rooms, you find a single gold coin
I'll take
squirreled
it.
under a pillow.
I found a gold coin.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true at all. There's a tiny little note. Hold on a sec.
Oh, you didn't find a gold coin
I'm
at
keeping
all.
the gold coin.
No,
It's already in
you
my
found
inventory.
13 gold coins.
Hey!
Lucky number.
Sorry.
Nice.
2d10 gold coins per room.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
okay,
that.
I need to do the math.
All right.
And you guys do see a long hall that leads up to seemingly another blank wall, though at this point you're kind of practiced into thinking probably a secret passage
Probably
there.
a secret passage. Okay. Well, then in that case, boop. How does this sound for a marching order? Oh, I don't want to be on top of Avi Avi. Oh, Ophelia, do you want to be in the front?
She can do whatever she wants.
No, I don't. Well, this is the way to go, or is it this way?
It's this
We're
way.
going this way.
This way. All right, so is that the marching order you guys want to take?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go behind Gama.
Well, we're going this way towards this.
Yeah, so we're in a line.
Yeah, there you
Now
go.
we're in a snake.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys want to open the secret passage then?
Yes.
All right, you push the secret passage in, and you guys now. Are you guys rushing into the room? Are you gonna try and peek into the room a little bit? Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to be like
Let's do a little sneak.
stand and deliver?
Let's
Let's
peek.
just open it.
Let's peek it.
Sneak.
Right. Well, I will read the block text of what you guys see in the room. This well-appointed bedroom and study almost make one forget that it's hidden underground. The space is neatly furnished with mismatched items, including a bearskin rug and extraordinarily comfortable-looking chair. A heavy professor's desk sits off to one side, along with a massive, gently scuffed four-poster bed. Rugs and curtains hang in an adequate attempt to make the space seem less like a cave, but craggy walls peek through the gaps. And that's everything you guys can see from just a general look into the room. To get any sort of more information, you'd have to step into the room.
All right, well, let's step in, I guess.
All right. Don't go in too far, but if everyone wants to, you can move yourselves into the room until we have everyone in the room, and then you can decide what further to move, or if anything happens, we'll see. So you may have to make room, Benji and Igara.
Yeah.
Is that a bathtub?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, so everyone move into the room now, I guess.
You guys want to move up ever so slightly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Trapped.
There you go.
You guys do notice that most of the furniture looks barely touched. No dust sits on anything, and the bed is neatly made. The only thing that seems to have any sort of clutter is the desk, which seems to have several papers and journals and seems to have been used quite a bit. A large clay jug of water sits on the desk as well.
What do we see on the desk? Anything significant?
Everyone's free to give me a perception check.
Okay, I'll start with Igara and Gama.
Nothing.
Boom. Igara. Gama. Benji.
Benji has stayed outside the room, by the way, around the corner. She elected not to come in here.
Sorry, Benji.
Yeah.
Benji the Benji.
You guys kind of like step into the room, take stock of everything. Nothing happens. Nothing springs from behind the tapestries. No bugs drop from the ceiling. The room is quiet and calm.
I don't like that.
No, I do not either.
Well, let's maybe search this place as fast as we can, as much as we can, before someone comes in and finds us.
Yeah,
Is there anything in particular you'd like to inspect?
I think,
Definitely the desk and
we should,
possibly the dresser drawers.
well, if we're going to be fast about this, let's have the, put the bag of holding, and then we'll just stuff all of the notes inside, and we'll find them after.
That's a very valid strategy. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you guys going to approach the desk then?
I'm approaching the desk. 'cause
Yes,
I
I
got
think we
the
all
bag.
will.
As you step up to the desk, though,
Yeah.
a voice rings through the. Actually, I don't think that's actually the desk. No, that is the desk then. A voice kind of echoes through the room. Well, well, well. To think all the effort I put in to finding out your identities, to finding where you sleep, and you come to me like thieves in the night to take my things. Obviously, the Magambia still doesn't really teach people manners.
It's the middle of the
Well, and
the college has manners classes.
you guys hear this weird sort of shifting of stone sound, and you guys kind of glance behind you, and from the very wall of the room, a figure steps out. And very unlike anything you guys have seen yet. Just going to describe this.
Ooh.
One anime protagonist.
Or antagonist.
Hira?
He resembles a young man with a body made of chunks of stone, his faceted skin matching the blocks that make up the Magambia campus. His hair and face are made of ruined mosaics, and his body is covered in fragmentary runes. But his eyes stare at you guys with a cold mix of contempt and hatred. And also, at this moment, two little things leap from under the bed.
Uh-oh.
So we are now going to roll initiative.
Oh.
For the boss fight of Book 1.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-o.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, you guys.
Whoa,
I have to move these guys onto the token layer so you can see them for one thing.
Rolled initiative well for once.
Right. Two little Jenkins. All right, first off, we are going to roll for Stone Ghost. That's his name. Oh, he didn't roll terribly well, honestly. And then there's the two Jenkins, which are nasty looking little things.
Jenkins!
What do they look like?
They're like really skinny, blue, angry looking little goblin thingies.
We have fought them before.
And they rolled identical for their initiative. That's funny.
I love to see that.
Wow.
All right, and we will go to descending. So, Igora, you are first.
Well, let's check the range on this spell quickly. People. 35 feet. Okay, let's see if that's within range. C. D. Yes, it is. It has a range of 120 feet. It's like, oh boy. Gamma! Get him! And Gamma's going to hop 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to there. And then Igora is going to cast Draw Ire on this lovely friend over here.
Which one?
The Stone Ghost.
Not the Stone Ghost. His name is just Stone Ghost. He had a name once, but it is now all but forgotten.
Yes.
And that is a will save, yes?
Yep, I'm taunting him.
That
Success.
What his name was, or is it
He takes
just
1 point of mental damage.
That
And
man is dead.
He has a -1 to attack anyone but me. And by me, I mean Gamma. And that's
all
my
right.
turn.
Avi, and I'll do the changing of the initiative order will as we go down, so you don't have to worry about it.
I am not touching a thing tonight. It's all you.
Avi, it's up to you.
Benji. First off, we're popping a mirror image right off the bat.
Good plan.
And then we're going to do a little discern secrets knowledge check on Mr. Stone Ghost.
Give me a occultism check.
Yes, I have expertise in that.
Hey.
29, baby, no sweat.
You can identify that there's something very strange about this guy. You think he is a spirit, but he doesn't have the same feel as undead. He's something unique. And because you rolled 29, feel free to ask me a question.
This is...
What's his favorite color?
This wouldn't be Udawak, would it?
Sorry?
There's no chance that this is the expelled student that has been muttered about
You never know.
throughout the course of this book.
That kind of goes beyond the purview of an occultism check.
Fair enough. That was what I wanted to know, but that's okay.
I will, because that's sort of outside the purview of it, feel free to choose another question.
Then I guess I want to know, like if he has any either resistances or weaknesses.
Pick one.
I'll do resistances.
Actually, remind me, Will, how does it work for the number of questions you get based on your knowledge check?
It is equal to this. So the formula is the creature's rarity. I'm assuming this is a unique Matt.
He is creature 5.
Okay, but is he a unique creature in his tags?
Yes.
Okay, so that brings 20 to 25. So Avi only got a regular success. So
Yeah.
that's just a question.
Okay.
Did you get a 1 from your discern secrets?
Technically it is a 30, but that's not a crit.
Yeah.
I will give you this. He has interesting resistances. He has resistance to all damage 5, except force or ghost touch, but he has double resistance versus non-magical stone or effects with the earth trait. Don't try hitting him with his own element.
Sonic.
That I will relay to people because that's good information to have.
No sonic damage?
No, I was saying Sonic doesn't get around this one, unfortunately.
No. Unless it's magic Sonic.
Well, but it would still have the resistance to all damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be a bit of a tough nut to crack.
Does that mean that my spell literally did no damage? Fuck.
I am very glad that Magic Missile deals force damage and that I prepared it twice today.
Blast him.
Yeah.
That was only one action, I think.
I also did Mirror Image.
Oh, yeah, that's all 3 then. All right.
I'll do a little.
So, up to Stone Ghost then. All right. All right. And what is his movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to move to here. And he is going to, well, just so I can describe this better. All right. What is your fort DC on Gamma?
On Gamma?
Yeah.
That's Benji. 19.
19. All right. Give me a quick second there. I need to find the right button to push here. Right. All right. That unfortunately doesn't work then. He reaches out and he seems to be trying just to plant a hand on Gamma, and Gamma just seems to sense that, ooh, this is bad news, and kind of wriggles out of the way. And Stone Ghost just kind of grimaces and then brings a nasty-looking morning star down on top of him. And I don't think the athletics check, would that have been
If it's an athletics check to trip or do something like that, it usually has an attack, and if you critically failed, if it was a trip, he is prone.
It is not. It does. This ability does not, in fact, have the attack trait.
Then you're good to just go mad.
All right, he's just going to use his final action then to smack Gamma with his really nasty-looking Morning
Cue
Star.
Matt's natural 20.
Yep.
That'll crit.
30. And 16 bludgeoning damage then.
All right. Igora proceeds to bleed from their eyeballs.
Ooh.
Ophelia, you're up. There are
Nice.
horrible little things having crawled out from under the bed, and this stone-faced man has come up and smashed Gamma with a Morning Star. Also, it's kind of weird. The edges of his image seem kind of frayed, like he's not all there. Now that he's closer to you guys, you can see there's some sort of despite the fact that he looks very solid and made of rock, he also looks kind of wispy.
Wispy?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Zoe, just for your knowledge, if Gamma and me are both in the AoE, we take whoever takes the most damage between the two of us. We don't take damage twice.
Okay.
So if you want to explode, you are free to explode.
I don't think I want to explode where you're at, though. I would hit the 2 of them, not the 3 of them.
That's a 10-foot burst, right?
Yeah.
That would still hit Gamma, I think.
So I would put it back further then, where it wouldn't hit you.
I mean, you could get all 3 of them. I get another turn before him, and I can heal myself.
I'm not hitting you.
Okay.
End of story. End of discussion.
Fair enough.
No. All right. So we're going to Bard Song.
For the good character acting and for not sort of metagaming, I'm awarding Zoe a hero point.
Thank you. It's
Because
I'm
realistically, unless you're seasoned adventurers, dropping an AoE spell on your allies is a little nutty.
a little kind of a shitty thing to do, just saying.
I agree. I'm with
We're not a
you.
villain campaign. Yet.
Yet. All right, and
You guys
then
all become dark wizards at the Megambia.
we're gonna go in with sound burst to hit these 2.
Okay, the Jenkins. All right, that is a fort save. So I will roll for the one closest to y'all first. That is a failure.
Nice.
And the second one, also, that's a super failure.
That's a crit fail.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was how much damage? 7
7, so
sonic.
14.
So it'll be turns into.
Oh, 8 because of Bard Song.
Yep.
Yep.
So that would be 16 on the second one. Oop, my screen is going a little nutty. Excuse me. Stunned means you lose an action.
Nice.
How much health do these guys have?
19.
No,
That's
I don't
kinda-
like that.
No, you kind of do.
That's either a very good sound or a very frightening one.
Yeah, I'm scared.
There's no middle ground with me.
Mm-mm.
It's true.
All right. All right. So that was one action or two? That was
That's
2
2.
actions, yeah?
Yep.
And Bard Song was the other. So that, okay. Benji, it's your turn.
Okay.
It's one of those really cool cards that does the extra stuff.
Yeah, I'm just deciding which one I want Benji to do. You know what? Just for safety's sake. Benji is going to... And I apologize, chat. I am new at learning. Maguses, so I am
How
reading.
dare you? How dare you read in the...
I'm reading from the book as I go. We are going to attempt a spell strike, Matt. I think.
Spell streak.
Actually, or should I just do it right? You know what? I'm going to read up on spell strike. We're just going to use a regular spell for now. Yeah. Let's start dealing with the ads with Benji a bit. We'll electric arc them.
Nice.
The two
Okay.
Jenkins.
Are you targeting this one first?
It's electric arc, so.
Both of them.
Okay, yeah, it's not like chain lightning where the
like
order
chain
matters.
Where if one crits.
All right. That is reflex. Reflex is a better save. Passed and passed.
Cool. So they'll take half, so 5 and 5.
All right.
That's a 12, so it'll take 6.
Oh, 6 and 6, yeah.
All right, that fries the second one.
All right, and
Didn't
then
even get a turn, poor guys.
Benji's last remaining action, they're going to stride to here to protect Avi Avi.
We go to the last remaining Jinkin, who is looking rather weary already. Oops, I've closed a bunch of windows. Zoom right back down to the bottom again.
Jinkin, more like chicken. Ha.
I mean, unlike all the other gremlins, at this point probably would have reached their it's time to flee threshold in terms of their health, but it takes one look over at Stone Ghost and its spine stiffens and like, oh no. It'll be worse if I leave. He'll kill them and then he'll do horrible things to me. So it's just going to furiously stab Benji with its short sword for like 3 attacks because he's right there.
Okay, let me pull up Benji's character sheet.
Mirror images are only for you, though.
I know.
Misses. Misses. Misses.
Yeah, the Jenkins aren't that helpful. Igara, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, Igara's going to get things started. How am I doing on hit points? That if I take 3 attacks, I go down. So, Igara's going to get started with a 2-action heal on themselves for 13. Bring me up to almost full. And then Gamma's going to take a pot shot with a belly bump at our lovely Stone Ghost. 24 to hit. 25 to hit.
It will hit, but not crit.
11 sonic damage.
12.
Sorry, 12 sonic damage.
Okay, so
Boom.
now that technically is under the double resistance because it's non-magical.
Nope, it is magical.
Oh, is it magical? His belly is magical?
I have striking hand wraps. Those get applied to Gamma's strikes.
Okay, so it's just the normal resistance.
Yes, it is just the normal resistance. My attacks are magical.
Okay. Roll 20, stop lagging. Alright, so that becomes 6 damage, so... Okay. Alright, we move on to Avi.
All right, we're gonna do a 3-action magic missile with bard songs. We got 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be 5, 9, 13.
14.
13 force. Oh, 13 plus 3.
16.
16 force damage.
Okay.
Use the force, Avi Avi.
Does not have resistance to.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
That is my full turn.
Now, could you throw up mirror image one more time on the thing there?
I absolutely can.
Now, for that to trigger it, the thing has to have an attack tag?
Yes, it has to try to attack you.
Yeah.
Now, but like try to attack, does the thing have to be an attack?
It has to be an attack action. So
Like, I have an ability that specifically says, in brackets, Earth Manipulate.
So that's just Earth and Manipulate. It would get
Okay,
around that.
Oh.
All right, so for a second, he's staring at Zoe, and he seems to get very angry at a lovely singing voice. But then he sort of shakes his head, no, you're not her. You're not her. And then he runs past you and looks at Avi, and I think we've had enough of that. And he's going to reach out, and I need to know your fort DC.
My fortitude save is 7, so I think it's 17.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so success, but not a crit success. So he reaches out, he grabs you by the shoulder, and forces you halfway into the floor. You become intangible for a brief second, and you are now stuck from the chest down in the earth. You are now immobilized and flat-footed.
But not
And
restrained.
then
Excellent.
he raises his morning star.
But not restrained.
You have to do an escape to get out of it.
No, but is
Immobilized and flat-footed.
Okay, so
Does that
not
mean that I
restrained, so you
cannot
can
cast
still move your
spells?
hands.
Yes.
You can still cast.
But you are flat-footed, which will make him smacking you with his morning star even easier.
I'm so glad I have mirror image up.
Yes, so he tries to hit you for technically a 20, I guess, but yeah, roll a 1d4 and 1 will be you.
That's only 8.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just be glad I didn't get a crit success on that entomb. He would have
Yeah.
literally put you into the ground and you would have started drowning,
Oh,
lungs filling
God.
with earth.
Oh god.
Now you know what happened to those cloaks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah, voiced by Liam O'Brien, Ghost, get over here.
All right, Ophelia, it's your turn. This ghost, we figure, went zoomy by you and attacked your friend and planted her into the ground. I'm gonna plant me a bat tree.
Be right next to him.
He
We're
smells
gonna
like
keep-
marble dust.
What
We're
does
gonna keep
marble
our
dust
song
smell?
up.
Coughing.
We're gonna hit him with a little bit of bad luck.
Ooh.
So he's gonna have to make a will save.
Okay. Will. 27.
Okay. That will be
Unaffected.
yeah, he's just fine. Boo. And then
Keep up bard song?
oh yeah, I already said that.
Oh, sorry. You're just so used to it that I know I'm not even registering it half the time.
All right, and then we're gonna hit him with a haunting hip.
All right, and that is a fort save. Success.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, that brings us to Benji.
All right, so magic missile number 1 at Stone Ghost. Wow, that's really weird. Why is it rolling an attack roll?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
it's not.
No,
It's just adding
no.
critical damage. Okay, anyway, 3 force damage from the first one.
Okay.
4 force damage, so 7 in total. Oh wait, more than that because nope, 7 and 11 force damage to Stone Ghost.
So another 4. Okay.
Yeah. 11 in total.
All right.
And that's Benji's turn.
The Jinkin, hoping to curry favor with his master, is going to run over here 1 step and is going to use the flanking, though you're already flat-footed, and is going to make 2 stabs at Avi in the ground. 18, technically a 20.
18 will hit.
Oh, sorry, that's Stone Ghosts. Ignore that. He does not get that good of stats. Short sword. 24, 26 technically.
Yeah, that'll hit a mirror image.
Okay. He is frustrated at that. Second attack. Technically 21.
Yeah. Let me roll another. Oh, I guess that's a D3. Can you roll it? I don't know
Sure.
how to do the. That is another image.
Technically, wouldn't you only have 2 images left at this point? Or is it 4
They
images?
hadn't hit one yet. I have 4 total. You just hit 2.
Oh, yeah, he didn't hit. He hit you the first time.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, and plus, I don't think the Jenkins weapons are pretty pitiful. They do 1d6 minus 2 piercing. So that attack technically did 0 damage. His knife is so blunt and old.
Yeah.
Igora, your turn.
Electric arc the 2 of them.
All right, so that is a reflex.
Yep.
I'll just do Stone Ghost first. Success.
So 8 for 4.
And the Jinkin reflex. Damn.
Crit
29.
Success. Yeah, that's a crit
Success.
success. So Gamma is going to stride to there.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
All right. Avi.
Avi is going to look death in the face and do another 3-action magic missile. All right, we
Does
got
it have
1,
AO, Matt?
2, 3.
Um,
All right, that's gonna be 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 force damage.
That will be enough, actually, to seemingly punch. Like, you seem to almost sort of rip holes in the Stone Ghost, and he seems to start flecking apart. It's like almost like a mirage of stone. Like he seems to be doing the dust Thanos thing. And he just starts ranting as he's coming apart. And you think you're better than me? I've had this school living in fear. I came back once. I'll come again. You think they care about you? And he just sort of dissolves into stones. And just for dramatic sake, I'm going to say the Jinkin runs off in terror into the hallway.
I
Yeah,
want to kill it.
You guys were very lucky in a way. The magic missiles proved to be absolutely the key. Otherwise, it would have taken a while to wear through his resistances. Because that electric arc, for instance, did nothing.
Yeah, I was more trying to kill the ads with the electric arc.
Yeah.
And
I know, when you said everything but force damage, I was like, Oh no.
That is why knowledge checks are important.
Can somebody get me up, please?
Yep, Gamma, can you grab Avi like some sort of Pikmin? Yep.
Maybe dig. Maybe ow. Dig please.
Stop hurting her.
Actually, Avi, give me a what is that? What do you need to roll for escapes? Is it
it is athletics or acrobatics.
give me an athletics because you're trying to pull yourself out of the earth.
What do you mean I can't somersault out of it?
No.
My +0 to athletics.
You go deeper.
Yeah.
No. Actually, you did critically fail, but you can't critically fail an escape check.
Athletics to help her.
He is embedded in the earth.
Gamma's just going to keep trying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Maybe someone can get the teacher.
Here, wait, let me... Apparently, I'm somewhat good at this. Let me try. Even though I'm at a -1. Come on, Will, rolling luck. Nope. Gamma, just start digging. And Gamma will start digging a hole.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are now alone in the room. It is now once again quiet. What would you guys like to do?
You know,
now
we
that
have
we're
some...
not...
Oh, go ahead, Avi.
Now that we're not being menaced by a rock ghost, can we go through his papers? Because I kind of have a suspicion as to who this guy might be, but I could be very, very wrong.
Yeah, you can examine the desk. There's quite a bit there. There are notes and maps that concern the Magambia grounds, including access tunnels, subterranean rooms, and other underground kind of places that there are notes about trying to expand by more digging. It includes access tunnels under the campus that you guys have encountered before, like the ones in the maintenance hatch in that storeroom and ones in the Spire dormitory. You do notice one that specifically looked like it was planned to head up into what you think used to be Kiara's room, but then it was X'd out, like that plan was canceled. You do also find some older notes that seem to have been signed in a few places by a Udak Basani. Some more recent notes also that indicate surprise at the number of insects found around the campus, though he does note that it is a fortuitous turn of events because he finds that he can probably use them to expand his tunnels and to use to attack people. One particular note stands out. Not clear why so many insects are drawn to the campus, but the gremlins do fine at keeping them in line. I have the gremlins working the insects to death to take their little minds off the fact that I'm doing the same to them. He notes specifically he seemed to have a schedule of attacks planned, including the one on the hall during your ceremony. He had more scheduled for later on, but you suspect that you don't probably have to worry about those now.
So this is the same guy that got expelled.
Yeah. Oh, and as you come to the end of like the biggest book, his kind of journal where most of these notes were coming out, you do find something interesting, Avi. Pressed in the pages, at the very back of the book, very carefully, is an old and flattened golden lotus.
Fuck, I knew you were gonna say that.
Opposed to everything else in here, it seems to have been kept with a degree of care.
Rock ghosts.
Y'all know where that's from.
Well,
You guys,
we're going Kiara hunting next.
are you guys going to be searching the room at all, or are you just looking for the notes?
Did he just like dissolve into a pile of?
No, he kind of disintegrated into the air.
So there's no like dust or dirt or anything.
Not really.
Morning Star still there?
The Morning Star was seemingly part of him, it seems. It's
Yeah.
very specifically doesn't list it among the loot.
We will loot the room then, Matt.
Gamma, under the bed, finds a rhinoceros mask. You suspect it's much like the Mask of Mercy that you found that has an enchantment that can be transferred. And really, you know what? The bearskin rug, you think that's probably worth some gold. It's very nice.
Bearable.
How
Probably around 30 gold pieces.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
You don't find anything else in there?
No. That is everything you find in the room, other than the notes, the rhinoceros mask, and the bearskin rug.
No stone ghost phylactery.
No. You know what? Just because I don't see how you guys could ever find this out otherwise, I'm going to read you guys the story of this character, because I think that's fine, and it's kind of an interesting story.
Yeah.
You sort of piece this together from his notes. As a young man, Udak Bosny seemed like a typical Magambia initiate. Born with a supernatural connection to the earth, he found himself drawn to the Magambia. To the professors at the academy, Udak was an obvious candidate for the school's education. He easily found a sponsor and was set upon his prerequisite to become a full-fledged attendant. Yet, Udak had a selfish streak. The pull he felt toward the Magambia quickly bred a sense of entitlement. Feeling that he was meant to be building his own skills at the academy, he felt resentful about the community service he felt was being forced upon him. He performed his task with little effort and little concern for the people he was supposedly helping. Cracks began to form in his mild demeanor, and he increasingly drew reprimands for acts of carelessness or petty cruelty. Everything came to a head when his cohort was tasked with removing a group of Mugwumpi gremlins that had started causing mischief within the academy walls. Ignoring the spirited discussions of his fellow initiates, Udak used his magic to slaughter the gremlins like vermin. The aftermath saw Udak expelled from the school. It was the last straw in a long series of misdeeds, but the young man fixated on this one event, enraged that the school would rob him of his future over defending himself and his classmates from a group of mere pests. In his anger, he lashed out violently at the school and the teachers. His magic bounced off the ancient wards of the Magambia like a pebble off a cliff, and the professors temporarily confined Udak until the administration could decide what to do with him. Left to stew in his own resentment, Udak ignored the guards' warnings, drew upon all of his strength, and attempted to shatter the spells that kept him imprisoned in his room. Under predictable circumstances, Udak's magic would have splashed futilely against the Magambia's wards once more, leaving his efforts entirely impotent. Yet, magic is never entirely predictable. Or perhaps the murdered Magawampas got one last scrap of revenge. In an incredibly unlikely reaction, the Magambia's wards rebounded onto Udwak with the full force of their power. So far as any teacher at the school could tell, the reaction evaporated Udak on the spot. The student that was Udak was not gone, however, but he found himself merged with the Magambia's stone walls. The same wards that originally trapped him within the buildings now protected him from detection, and Udak decided to use this to his advantage. He hid himself in an abandoned section of the school and began planning his vengeance. Yeah. His first recruits to his cause were an assorted group of gremlins that snuck into the school with no clue as to the recent massacre of their kind. Through a series of promises and threats, the cursed student took command of the gremlins, considering it fitting that the initiators of his downfall would now serve him against the teachers who had so wronged him. The gremlins, impressed and fearful of their new leader's ability to move through stone walls, granted him a new moniker, stone ghost. Wow, this guy really writes about himself a lot.
Interesting.
We found his diary.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess let's go tell
Patient
Teacher
as
Ott.
to... No. Is there any more indication anywhere in the room as to his interactions with Kiara?
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna do a little discern secrets with this, because my perception is not all that high. 24.
You think that on what you think was just a blank piece of unused paper, you think there might be a little illusion magic hiding something.
I don't have Dispel Magic. I don't have it.
None of us do.
Okay.
So for the moment, you have a seemingly blank piece of paper, yet something magical about it.
What do we need?
I need to learn how to do
We need detect magic.
dispel magic.
Oh,
'Cause
magic. Okay.
there's some kind of illusion magic. It is this piece of paper, but I can't really dispel it on my own. Maybe next time, I guess, or maybe one of our dorm mates knows dispel magic.
It's
Or
very
maybe
possible.
Teacher Ott.
You could add it to your inventory for the moment.
I think I will do exactly that. I'll just put it in as blank paper, but blank will be in air quotes. Oh, also, the rhino mask. Can I do like a detect magic, read aura on that? Just to see.
Just give me an Arcana check, because you may have just heard of one of these. Yeah. This is just a kind of fairly basic kind of magic item, sort of. Covered with thick armor and bearing a thicker horn, this mask grants you increased momentum. If you stride at least 10 feet, your next melee strike before the end of your turn ignores the hardness of an object with a hardness of 5 or less. If the object has more than hardness 5, the mask grants no benefit. So basically, you put this mask on, you can ignore hardness for things, which could be useful against like constructs. You do have to wear the mask, though.
Gotcha. Or take the...
Or transfer it to your own mask.
Yeah.
The enchantment. Oof. This would usually cost 90 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Wow.
So, I think this is a good point to end. There is literally a section called Exploration Aftermath, but assuming we're going to have PJ here for this next week, I'd like to move into that with him here. So,
all right.
Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Nice. Well, Matt, would you say that next
gone
week...
much differently.
Would you say that next week we're probably going to finish off book 1?
Very much so.
All right. So, chat, thank you for joining us for book 1 so far of The Strength of Thousands Adventure Path. Join us next week as we finish it off. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm sure you are all are excited. But don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like The League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday, The Calling Chronicle on Friday, and give us a follow if you haven't already, just so you can keep up to date with our latest shows and some surprise streams that might be happening, depending on energy and what I feel like doing. Who knows? I might do a one-shot writing stream. I might do some other fun stuff. I'm still kind of working out like other content I want to do on this channel, so give us a follow and keep an eye out for that. But thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows. And before we go, I'm just going to see if anyone we know is online to say hi to. Looks like Third Action's online, so let's go say hi to them. So everyone, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our other shows, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye.
Good night, everyone.